Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this video. This is a little bag we're making today. Isn't it super cute? I love it. I love the sunflowers. So let me show you how I did it. It's really simple to make. I've got a piece here of cinnamon cider cardstock and this measures 8.5 inches by 8 inches. And this is one of our new in colours, and isn't it delicious? So it's really simple. On the 8.5 inch side, we're just going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. And then on the short side, the 8-inch side, we're just going to score again at 2 inches. And that is all the scoring we do. It is one of those very simple boxes bags you'll have seen many a time, the 2468 bag. Okay, so let's start. We're going to now just burnish on our score lines. So just let me get my bone folder out and just going to give it a good burnish on all of these score lines. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then one at the bottom here. Okay, so now with the short side facing you, on the right hand side here, we're going to do some cutting. And we're just going to, on this first little tab here, we're going to remove just this bottom section here, as you can see. So we're left with that. And then all we're going to do is cut up to the 2-inch score line. So we're just basically separating these tabs at the base. Okay, and that is it. That is all the scoring and cutting we're doing. So now you can see we've separated all of these and we've got that. So now on this short little piece here, we're going to put some tear and tape. If I can find the end. There we go. I'm just going to put a piece of tear and tape there. And then you're going to see if our box folds together with our seam at the back, depending where you want to put it. I'm going to put, so if your seam is here at the back like that, say in the back far corner, I'm going to put this will be the front. So just so you know, when you turn it over, you've got 1, 2, 3, and you're doing it on the third from the short tab. Third tab from the short tab. Okay, and I'm just putting the tear and tape a goodly amount along here. And this tear and tape is pressure adhesive, so if you give it a good burnish, it's more likely to stick well and be easier to remove. Now I'm going to stick down my pattern paper before I put the box together, because it's easier. I'm using a different pattern here, and this is from the Flowers for Every Season. Is it Flowers for Every Season? Yeah. And these pieces measure 1.5 inches by 5.5 inches, so it's basically just one sheet. And you can see here, it's just basically one sheet. And I just want to check that I've got the patterns, because I'd like the patterns to continue across all of my pieces. So I'm just going to match them up before I start to stick them down. You don't have to do this. This is me being ultra pedantic. So let's see. There we go. Okay. So now the pattern will continue right across, and you don't need to do that at all. As I said, it's me being very pedantic about things. And now we're just going to put this in the middle of each section. Something like that. And I'm just sticking this down with some snail, but you can use whatever you like. Snail has retired as this film, when this video goes live, but I have quite a bit left over, and so I'm using up what I've got before I move on to something else, because I don't want to waste it. If you didn't get snail refills before they became retired, I do have a few that I can sell, so do get hold of me either in the comments below, or come onto my website and click on the contact me button and send me a message, and I can get some out to you. Okay, because I have a few that I had. We allowed a cash and carry adhesives for classes, and I had a few in my class basket. Of course, the lockdown came, and that was the end. I couldn't hold classes, so I've got some left over. Okay, so that's all we have. I used a different pattern, but I think it's lovely. So now we can put our box together. So we're just going to fold it over and marry the sides together, as you can see, like that. And that's at the back. So now fold in our two sides, and then we can fold in our top piece here. And all I'm going to do is take my bone folder and just press it down nicely at the back here. Okay, and then making sure I've still got the back to the back and the front to the front, I'm just going to pinch it in slightly, and as you pinch it in, you'll see it automatically makes this lovely shape on the sides. And if you just work it with your fingers like I'm doing here, just to get it there. And then I'm using one of these little binder clips to hold it together. You can find, they used to sell these, but you can find these in any stationery store or anywhere you want. And I'm just going to use that to hold it together at the top like that. Okay, sorry I'm not in shot, so let's put that aside for now and do some stamping. And I've got here a piece of Whisper White scrap, and the stamp set I'm going to be using is this one called Tasteful Touches, and I'm using the sentiment here that says "You are so special," and I'm going to use Night of Navy ink. The new in colour ink pads weren't available for us to order in the pre-order, so I'm doing this before pre-order, before the catalogue actually goes live. It's the 26th of May when I'm filming this, so I don't have the new ink pads yet, so I'm just using this. Otherwise, if I had the new ink pads, I might have used Misty Moonlight, because that's another colour in this collection, or I might have used Just Jade or something, you know, but you use what you've got, and I think the Night of Navy looks absolutely fine, so it's not a big problem. Just giving that a clean off before I have a whoops, you see why I like to clean things up before I do something stupid. Now where's my punch? This is a story label punch, and I've got here a scrap piece of cinnamon cider. This is actually the scrap from cutting down for the bag, so I'm going to punch out one of those. And then I'm going to punch out one of those, punch out a sentiment, close up our punch, put that there, and then all I'm going to do again here is, as usual, if you see me do this as I said many times, cut this in half, and then Tombow on the back of the sentiment, and then I'm just going to, and the reason I like the Tombow is it gives you a little bit of wriggle room to try and get things as even and straight as possible. And I don't normally need it, but on a sentence doing something like this, it's very useful to have it. That looks roughly, what do you think? I think it looks roughly even. Anyway, it's going to have to do, so let's find some dimensionals to put on the back here. Okay. And I know I'm putting a few on, but I'm usually very generous with my dimensionals. So let's bring back our bag, which we have here, and we're going to try now, actually let's stick our sentiment down first before we lose it. If it's on the bag, it can't get lost. So okay, so let's just put this at an angle somewhere here, and then I'm going to use, these are the enamel dots, the in colour enamel dots, and I'm going to use one of these here on the eye. There we go, of the sentiment. And now I'm going to find my ribbon, and this is the Just Jade ribbon. So this is the green here in the background of our bag, and I'm just going to tie, hopefully, a small bow. Okay, so we've managed to tie the bow after a few attempts, I'll tell you. Now we're just going to stick it to our bag before we have any more mishaps or anything goes wrong with a couple of glue dots. And there you see. So that's that one, and that's that one. I think they're so cute. What do you think? Which do you like better? Which pattern? I love them both. I think sunflowers are glorious. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any information about this project, the measurements, the score lines, etc., it'll be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!